feel like this is the best lighting in my house. I don't know why. It's just it has like the window is behind the camera and it like gives me the best lights. I just like this lighting. And I decided to come on because I'm like cooking and trying not to work. So I was like, let's talk. Because I've been working all day and it's been an interesting Tuesday. So anyway, let's talk about being 48, entrepreneurship, what I say, indie artists. So if you don't know by now, we're in late stage capitalism. Capitalism is going through it, baby. It's going through it. Take me through that. Take me through that. Take me through that. Take me through that. That's literally what's happening right now. So it just needs to be restructured fully. And I don't know if we'll still have capitalism at the end. It may be called something totally different. I have my theories. I may do that one day. Just to put them out. What I believe will probably end up with America. I kind of need to see some more stuff happen first, and that kind of determine what the future is going to be. I haven't seen the people really respond yet, so once I see the people respond and which route they're going, that's going to help me to kind of make some predictions per se. So anyway, with that being said, indie artists, to me, this is your time to shine right now. As you can see that every single mainstream artist is like having some big type of back and forth or debate amongst the people right now. The reason for that is because all that has to change. So anybody that people feel like is connected to like big companies heavily, or is really like, you know, feel like they have sold out their community for their individual self, which is what capitalism was all about. That is becoming a debate because we are now in the age of Aquarius. And people are becoming more aware. It's not, some people will, some people won't. But that's literally what's happening. So that's why you see the debates happening everywhere, right? And so to me, indie artists, this is your time to get in there and shine. Because what's going to happen is people are still going to want community and still going to want to listen to music. And the people who are not wanting to hear or listen to the mainstream artists are still going to want to hear artists. So you're going to want to get out there, put yourself out. This is the time for you to be on every single platform doing everything so you can be good. Do you get what I'm saying? So let's make sure you do that. Let me put this person in timeout. Okay. So indie artists, you are an independent artist. Thank you. Happy birthday, volleyball. So if you're an independent artist, baby, this is your time. I'm telling you, ignore everybody. Get your music out there. People are always going to be human, okay? People are always going to want music, activity, artistry, community, etc. No matter what the powers that want to be do or say, people are people. People are still going to want to people. Okay, and people are still gonna want the people, even as the economy and the money changes over, and we go through late stage capitalism. I'm here in the U.S. and all the things. People are still gonna want the people. Okay, so listen to me, indie artists. This is your time to get out there and shine. Y'all hear me? Listen, if y'all know any independent artists, anybody talking about, I would think I want to be a singer. They got a really good voice. They're good musicians, something like. Baby, this is about to be your lane. It's about to open wide open. Trust me when I say this. Okay. Entrepreneurship. This is just a random live. I'm just killing the time because I've been working all day hard and I'm trying not to work no more. Okay. So we gotta learn how to step away from the computer and stop working. That's what I'm doing. So what I would say is that for entrepreneurship, y'all, yes, a lot of people are gonna, this is where the internet, me and the internet get into it, because the internet is very short snippets of really what it takes and what entrepreneurship is, what business ownership is, what it takes to build anything long term, etc. There is no way really you get any of it all from like a short video under 5 minutes or this, that, and other. It just takes years to really do, right? And of course, we wanted to get faster because the generation's older than us. Like my generation, I'm older. We hopefully have done a lot to clear some karma or to remove things so the generations younger than us can get to things quicker than what we did, right? That's each generation has its own tasks it has to do, etc. and so forth to help with things. Yes, every generation has its bad things, but generations have the good things. Like it's a duality always in all of it. In all of it. Entrepreneurship is going to get pushed really heavy. Okay? And I just want I'm trying to see how to put this. If you've never been an entrepreneur in life, you want to do your work to really understand what entrepreneurship is and what it's going to take. And, understand it's going to be a learning curve and also be gentle with yourself. Now, it's going to be a lot of people out there that are going to be pushing a lot of content and saying, I can help you make this in $1 million in 2 days and 3 days. And you can get to this in 6 months and this and another, etc. Yeah, that's not realistic. Most businesses fail the first 3 years. I don't care what type of business it is. That is the trajectory. Capitalism, unregulated capitalism is what I call the U.S. I don't call this really capitalism. I think it's just unregulated capitalism. It's a free for all, baby. We in the wild, wild west. That's what I call West Side. That's what I call. This is what I call you, the U.S. Okay, wild, wild west, baby. It is so many things like financially that's holding back entrepreneurs, this, that, and other, especially Black-led entrepreneurs, between venture capitalists, this, that, and other, etc. So the money is still very much capped or kept in one place. Okay. And then you got where the wealth gap is big and even the top wealth is really just circulating between the same people. You get what I'm saying? So it's not even like the money is truly circulating anymore, like fully through the full body of all the citizens that are in the U.S. because of so many isms that are in the United States. So when you go into entrepreneurship, this is important to understand it because you have to understand that everything is connected. So even though you may be a business owner and you own whatever, your customers are more like people who are in the workforce, right? You're going to be able to, your goal as a business owner is to become profitable. And you have to begin to understand the economy as a whole. It could be your local economy, your state economy, wherever your market you believe is at. You have to begin to understand the economy as a whole. And you got to watch certain trends. Okay? That's particular for your industry. This is all very critical. You may be like, oh, I don't care. Everybody be an entrepreneur, this and other. Then where's your customers going? Right? So you have to like really pay attention to that. Just be patient with yourself. Do your due diligence for all the people that are saying they can help you to get this, to get that, to this. Really research and see what they have built and what they have been successful at building. Even if it closed or it failed. What's the guy that y'all love so much, Warren Buffett? He always tells you he wouldn't even invest in a business unless they had at least 2 failed businesses or whatever, or something like that. Because that person has really learned. They understand the ins and outs. So they would be able to really instruct you, right? So that is type of things you really want to look for when you listen to everybody who's going to start. Really, this is about to be overwhelming. You're going to see a lot of people jump into this space. And because they're starting to realize that it's a huge transition for everybody that is going into entrepreneurship, okay? Because of whatever's happening in the world of work. Now, we've been talking about the world of work for a very long time. We've been talking about artificial intelligence for years now. And now we're in the throe of it, where you're seeing the jobs are being transition and so forth into whatever they're going to go into, where companies are really replacing workers with AI and so forth. We talked about all this. We talked about all this. If y'all remember, we've been talking about this for a while. If you've been paying attention. Hold on. Go ahead. So, sorry, my animal wanted to go out the door. So, you know, we've been talking about this for a while. Okay? Y'all, we're in that time. We are in that time. That is what's happening, right? And it's hitting a lot of people just off. It's hitting a lot of people by surprise. But if you've been following me and you've been on my journey, you know we've been talking about this for a long time. Not even a long time, about the last 6 years. Because I knew in the last 10 years that this shift was going to happen. It was a big shift. And we really had to make sure we got citizens prepared. And I don't, well, the U.S. don't prepare the citizens, and I don't get it, but it is what it is, okay? I don't know why, but, whatever. Really, they had the opportunity to and chose not to. Because everything really should have been preparing every single person, whether they were in grade school, middle school, high school, adults that were working, should have been preparing them for the change ahead with artificial intelligence. The train should have happened the last 10 years, and it did not. So, and it's like, oh, everybody got to take it for themselves. The environment matters too. Yes, people have to be self-accountable, but we also have to make the environment accountable, guys. That civilization, you got to have a good environment. Y'all have got to stop just putting it on the individual. That is how the powers that want to be win. When you just pay attention to the individual and you keep hyping up the individual and you never think about the environment and what needs to change in the environment, that is how it's going. That is a very imbalanced view. You have to understand it is both. Just trust me on that. So entrepreneurship is going to be a way forward. 1099 contract is going to be a way forward. I just wanted to come on and talk about that because I believe in entrepreneurship. If I didn't believe in it, I would not have took the time to build what I built. If y'all know what I built, then you know. I would have sacrificed what I did to build it because I knew not all the times ahead were coming, right? And I knew something would need to be structured to support those entrepreneurs. So that was just the thing that I understood. I seen it coming. I was like, okay, I get in build mode. I see some other stuff getting ready to come. It's time for me to get back in build mode. But in a different capacity. So that's the objective now. But in the meantime, I wanted to talk about that because I think entrepreneurship is definitely a way to even supplement income. It's not always about having the biggest, the baddest business around. A lot of times I think, especially in our community, because we grew up in America, we are comparing ourselves to the wrong thing. We really should not be taking anything from a culture that works totally different than us. Our culture, our soul, our innate ability is to be in community. We are communal people. We are supposed to be in tribes, collective, working together, having each other's back, and this and other. Capitalism is the opposite of that. So when you start working heavily in the capitalist system and you don't pull yourself out of that and don't understand really what naturally should flow to us, that is why we have so many things happening and we only have individuals that are at the top and we don't have a lot of collective things that are doing well because we are truly a communal people. We are in a system and structure that is set up on extracting us, distracting us, using our energy, using our essence for everything, and not really making sure we have community, right? Overworking, underpaid, barely having time to do anything for yourself, getting 55 degrees at the same time, working 2 or 3 jobs, running 2 or 3 businesses. That never will allow you to have community. Not only will you not have community with yourself, but there's no way you'll have community within your tribe. You get what I'm saying? So a lot of people are starting to come to that understanding and really starting to push away and like, okay, we got to get community. How do we find it? And how do I understand what is it to be a communal person? How do I become community? How do I even learn how to be in community, because that's something that's an art that has been lost in the US, right? Um, it has really became very much more superficial, like talking on social media. It's not really in person any longer. You got a lot of folks that are just in the lane of, I just want to, you know, see a person or see this one particular person or not really be with that person, etc. So when you in community, you gotta have accountability. You gotta be able to be inconvenienced sometimes. You gotta be able to understand it may take a little extra time for you. This, that, and other. You gotta be more patient. What's the main thing that has been removed from the US? Everybody is saying it out loud right now, is people do not have patience. Everybody is high anxiety, in a rush, want to go, road rages through the roof, this and other. Do you realize how this environment works against our natural rhythm? And that's all intentional. That's how you keep having cancer, sickness, all the things that keep happening, because every single thing matters. Everything. So we got to get back to community. What's going to get called forward is during late stage capitalism, and what we're experiencing and what we're going to continue to experience is community has to come back. And the way that we do community, which we're going to remember. I don't care what we've been through. I don't care what happens. I don't care what racism, white supremacy, ism on top of the isms in the US. We will remember, and we will get back to community. You notice how I'm speaking the things we need to have happen. Life and death is in the power of tongue. So even be careful when you're even talking about things or saying things. Because one, hopefully you guys know this, but let me clue y'all into a little something. If you don't know, God, source, Moad, universe, whatever religion you are, usually tells you life and death is in the power of tongue. Does not know who you're talking about. All it knows is it heard you say something. So if you say something, you may be speaking that over your life, even though you're trying to talk about somebody else. That's why they tell you, if you talk bad about somebody, don't drink their water. If you sit near water and you done talked about somebody out, they be like, don't drink their water. Because that's what's going to come into your life. So you got to be careful about the things you are saying, even over our community, even over this time. Yes, we want our community to get back into community. I'm all about, we got to be sovereign for a little bit while they figure out what they're going to do with the system. Because we're going to have to make it through the changeover and this and other while everybody else is fighting. And trying to decide where things are going to land and trying to fight for position right now, because that's literally what's happening. Everybody knows this is the greatest change we're going to experience in our lifetimes. I'm talking about the powers that want to be. Not everybody that's, working and stuff like that. Some people are very aware. They're like, something is happening, something is changing. None of this is normal. The food is different. The products is different. Housing is different. People are questioning everything, that's how change happens, guys. You are in the greatest change that you're going to experience in your lifetime right now for the next 7 to 14 years. And some people are definitely saying, hey, I want to be the person that has the structure that is up and standing at the end of the change. That's literally what's happening. I'm putting it in layman's terms, but that's literally what's happening right now. And yes, duality exists. So some people are evil. They want the evil things to happen. Good still exists too, guys. Don't get it twisted. It is people out here that are wanting things to happen properly for humanity too. Now, depending upon where you are in the world, you may only be seeing one part or the other. You got to remember, if you're in the U.S., you are in a propaganda system. So it's only going to highlight the negative. You really have to dig into the indie stuff, independent stuff, to really see all the good that's also happening too. Because there's a lot of good happening right now. even with all the negative. People are figuring it out. And they're coming together. And they're finding each other. So you got to keep that in mind. It is always deep. People say, I don't understand how people, hold on. So people always say, I don't understand how people end up get followings or understand this, or why would they follow that person, or why would they believe in what that person say, this, that, and other. I always tell people every frequency has a following. Every frequency has a following, guys. That means every single person, no matter if they are straight, lock everybody up, put them in jail, we're going to shoot people on the street, that person going to have a following, because that's a certain frequency that they're emitting. If a person like, I want to be good, I want to make sure we got gardens, we got grocery stores everywhere, we have public transportation, that person going to have a following too. Y'all get what I'm saying now? Y'all start to understand how the world works and how it is. Now, the environment matters just as much, because the environment can, of course, make one frequency more dominant than the other. That's why I keep telling or saying to people, don't forget the environment. This is the greatest time right now to change the environment in the U.S. This is the time for that right now. If we don't get serious about, hey, this is what we want the environment to be looking like after this change, I don't know where the U.S. may go. That has not been decided yet, because we're in that period right now. Okay? So, it's going to be up to the people. That's why on my profile, I have had power to the people up for over a good 10 years now. Over a good 10 years. That's how much I knew it would come down to the people. Whatever the collective people decide on that land is what's going to happen to that land during this change. It is not going to be to the people that y'all believe are in power, because the people really do dictate what the people, the leaders do. And we are going to a time where decentralized leadership is leaving and centralized leadership is coming in. So Americans have the opportunity to choose leaders now that have everybody's concern at the forefront. That is more people over profit. That is humanity first. Who understand that, yeah, we still want business, but we also want universal health care. Why we can't have both? We the richest country. The thing about America is where they trick y'all. Listen to me. Come to the front. Come to the front. Come to the front. Are y'all hearing me? America is the richest country in the world. So that means it has all the resources to solve all the problems that it actually has. And it's actively choosing not to. That's what Americans got to sit with. It's all there. Sit with that for a minute. Chomp on it. Yes, we can talk about the structures. We can talk about the treaties. We can talk about the agreements. We can talk about the history. We can talk about all the things so we don't try to repeat it. But what do you want the United States to look like moving forward? This is the time to make that change now. Do y'all get what this is why this is one of the most critical periods right now. The people ain't figured it out yet. Some people have. Some people done clued into, they doing all of this right now. Something's up. Some of y'all are starting to get it. Some of y'all really starting to get it. Some of y'all still slow to the pool, but that's okay, because everybody had a moment when they realized, oh, we in a serious period of change. So I'll leave y'all with this. What is your assignment during this time? Y'all hear me say this repeatedly, because I understand it takes 7 times before you hear something for you to get it into your mind and into your head. What is your assignment? If you're alive during this time, you have an assignment. Have you figured out what that is? Is that assignment yourself? Is it yourself and your family? Is it yourself and your community? Is it yourself in the state, the local? Is it yourself in the world? Or are you one of the people that's going to try to fight for the old system? Or you finally like, okay, y'all, we got a pedophile ring we probably shouldn't have, and a cannibalist ring we probably shouldn't have that. Time for this to change. Are you one of the people that's going to help bring in the new structures, the new systems? Then one day I do a talk to Black Americans. Because everybody keep asking me, what about Black America? Because they know the space I've been in forever. All I can tell you is that community is going to be a core part of it. In sovereignty. Them two things, which is two things we are not practicing fully yet. But we will definitely do it. Okay. I'm about to go. I just want to have a conversation with you guys. It was just like a little random 1-2 little conversation, little 1-2. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hope you're having a good day. I'll talk to you guys later.